My name's Mandy and I'm going to be taking you through a mixed wild berry crisp using our Greenpan Slow Cooker. Today I've chosen to do a dessert because I don't think many people normally associate a slow cooker with a dessert. We've essentially got like the mixed berry base and then our oat spice buttery crumble on top, and it's made entirely in the slow cooker. We're just going to get started by combining all of the fruits first of all. You can use whatever kind of fruit you like. I've got some strawberries, some raspberries and some blackberries today, but again, you can use frozen berries as well. I've tested it with like frozen mixed berries and it turns out really well. I've even tried it with some apples and some sultanas, even strawberries and bananas go well, so you can just base it on whatever's in season. And then we're just gonna put in some brown sugar and then a little bit of corn flour just to help thicken it up nicely. Just a little bit of lemon. So you can even add like some spices to this as well. I'm gonna add the spices to the crumble top because I find that that's a little bit, I think it just works nicely with the butter as well. We don't have to cook it on the stove top beforehand. And then we're just gonna pop them into the slow cooker base. And then for our crumble topping, we're just gonna go in with some plain flour, some rolled oats. You can also use quick oats if that's what you've got at home. And then some flaked almonds. Again, you can use macadamias, walnuts go really well in this too. A little pinch of cinnamon, and then a little more brown sugar, and then a little pinch of salt. And I've also had like a few people ask if you can make this gluten-free as well, and you certainly can. So it depends, I guess, perhaps if you're celiac, then we wouldn't be using oats. Yeah, so if you're celiac, then I would just use I've tested it with quinoa flakes as well instead of the oats. And then we're just gonna stir that up. Even, I guess, you could even like make it vegan by using like a margarine or coconut oil in place of the butter. I feel like it's finally coming into slow cooker season at the moment. We've been played with in terms of the weather. And then we're just gonna go in with a little bit of butter. All right, now, all we're gonna do is just pop the crumble topping on top of the fruit. So pretty much just melted nicely, and the corn flour and the sugar has helped just thicken it slightly. And then now we are just going to pop the crumble topping on top and then just pack it down nicely so it's quite compact. And then that is essentially it. We're just gonna have to pop the lid on and then let that cook for, this morning when I made this one here, I let it cook for about an hour and a half. So it could take as short as that, or you could let it cook for 6 to 8 hours if you have it on low. And then as time goes on, you'll slowly start to see all of the berries and the juices rise to the top and just start to peek through the crumble. And then when there's like 15, 20 minutes left to go, we'll just take that lid off and it'll just start to get a little bit more crisp on top. As I said before, you can always take this insert out and whack it straight in the oven to crisp up a little bit. But yeah, that's how you make a berry crisp or a berry crumble in the slow cooker.